I was 25 years old when I had my first Big Mac, and it was so good that I had to learn how to make it at home. We're going to start out with our 80-20 ground beef because the fattier the better, and we're going to divide it into about 3.5 ounce portions, flatten it out, and add salt and black pepper. Then we make our Big Mac sauce, which is basically just mayo, relish, ketchup, a little bit of vinegar, and sugar. Now we get our sesame buns, butter them up, and get them nice and toasted. For the patties, we're going to cook them on a hot skillet with a little bit of butter and oil. I also like to add in a little bit of mustard and then top them up with cheese until nice and melted. Finally, we assemble bun, sauce, lettuce, onion, patty, bun, and repeat all over again, but add in pickles this time. And there you have a Big Mac made at home and even better.
And it goes like this. You get in your car and you need to kiss me. We talk for hours and night on the backseat.
Vegetarian chapter inside.
Welcome to 30-Minute Meals, where I show you recipes that take less than 30 minutes to make. Today we're making Smashburgers. It's been trending everywhere, but you can easily make it at home and it'll taste just as good as those Smashburger joints. Start by thinly slicing onions with a mandolin or a knife and rolling out ground beef into 4-ounce balls. Try using 75-25 beef, but 80-20 works well too. The burger sauce is just a combination of mayo, ketchup, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, pickle juice, paprika, garlic, and onion powder. Make sure to taste and adjust to your liking. Add the beef to a hot pan that's not non-stick and season generously with salt and pepper. Add a small handful of the sliced onions on top of the burger and smash as hard as you can. Scrape and flip over after a couple of minutes and immediately add sliced American cheese and the top and bottom bun so it can steam. Now assemble your burger and that's it. Enjoy!
My For You page has been filled with the onion-wrapped Flying Dutchman burger from In-N-Out, and it looked so good. I was craving it, so I had to make it at home, and even better. Now, I don't like a lettuce or tomato wrap burger, but I can definitely get behind the grilled onions. Don't get me wrong, it was really messy to make and to eat, but it was so worth it. We're going to start by slicing some yellow onion. You can also use white, but I prefer the sweeter taste of yellow onion. Add them to a hot and greased grill. I also like to add a little pinch of salt and sugar, and once they're caramelized, we're going to add cheese to half of the pieces. Now shape your patties, season with salt and pepper, and then hit them on the grill. I also like to mustard fry them, but this is completely optional. Then we'll just stack and layer up with our buns, which are the caramelized onions, and there you have your Flying Dutchman that's onion wrapped. Of course, you have to enjoy it with the special sauce and the pepperoncinis for the whole experience.
Bismillah. Bismillah.
Going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui Wowie, that Maui Wowie. Going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui Wowie, that Maui Wowie.
I think I finally perfected my jalapeno popper Smashburger, and I used the comments on my last one to make this one perfect. Oh my god, that's so good. And we're going to start by cooking some diced bacon over medium-high heat. And while you're doing this step, just make sure you keep stirring everything. You want to make sure that it cooks evenly and the fat has a chance to fully render. Alright, so the bacon's all done. We're going to get it out, let it drain, then we got to get rid of this grease in the pan. Now we're going to keep it on medium-high heat, and I'm going to add some white onion. And we're going to stir this down and let it saute for about 3 minutes or so. And that's already smelling really fragrant, so we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, starting with the black coffee. And you can really use any kind of black coffee, but I'm going to use espresso. Then we can add some apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and my secret ingredient, some fresh raspberries. Alright, now that we got all the rest of the ingredients in, we're going to add some salt and pepper, and we're going to add the bacon in. Then all we have to do is stir it all together. We're going to drop the heat down to about medium-low and let it simmer for 45 to 50 minutes. And as you can see, after about 45 minutes, the bacon jam is all set. So we're going to get this off the heat and we're going to move on to making the Smashburgers. Now when I make Smashburgers, I always use 75-25 ground beef. It's going to help keep them nice and juicy, but also give us the best sear. Then we can take our thinly sliced jalapenos, we're going to place them on top of the patties before we smash them down. And don't worry if a few fall off, we're going to place them on top right after. Now when you go to flip these, just make sure that you carefully scrape up the edges, that way you can keep that beautiful crust intact. And even though I normally use American cheese, today I'm going to use Havarti. And once that's nice and melted, we're going to go ahead and get our burgers off. And we're going to start by taking the bottom bun and we're going to put a generous amount of whipped cream cheese on it. Then we're going to place down 2 of our jalapeno patties. And last but not least is our bacon jam. And we're going to take a good amount of that and spread it right onto the top bun. Then after we place that on top, we're ready to dive in. Now don't get me wrong, I love a simple burger, but if you want to throw simple out the window, this is my favorite burger, hands down. Definitely give it a try.